Are we backsliding Dokkan? A very disappointing EZA in Dokkan on potentially the worst EZA of 2023 so far. So far this year, we've had some very impressive EZAs, barring the Broly. But is that Broly better than this Boo? I would say no, probably not. But the fact is, STR Boo is one of the worst EZAs so far of this year, because the competition is in Cell, AGL Gogeta, and LR AGL Gohan, and all three of those EZAs are better than this EZA based on my interpretation of this so far. But first, it is time for the subscriber challenge. Now I want you guys to either pick heads or tails. If you win, then you win, but if you lose, then you lose. And if you lose, you have to subscribe, because that is the challenge. So pick right now, 3, 2, 1, go. What's it going to be? It's going to be heads. So if you pick tails, then you lose, and if you lose, you have to subscribe, because that is the challenge. So right away, pre-EZA, in this base form, in the first form over here, all he had was 80% attack and defense, which is literally nothing. That is nothing. He was getting no defense on super. He was doing nothing else except lowering attack on the super attack. This was bad. This was really bad. But now, after the EZA, he's got a lot more defense. He does greatly raise attack for one turn now. That should be, at the very least, he should be raising defense there as well, at the very least. But at least he's getting a lot more defense over here. He's giving key to himself. But this is not enough. He should have support on top of this. Either that, or he should be guarding, or he should have damage reduction. He should be doing something else. This, it's good, but it's not enough. It's not enough. It's a good start to a kit, but it's not enough to make it a really good unit. So in the Boo Tank's form, he recovers HP for 10% at the start of the turn. Okay, acceptable, decent, we do take those. But unfortunately, he does not raise attack and defense on super attack. And because the transformation will be after turn 5, this super attack effect might as well be nothing. That could literally be nothing there, and it makes no difference, because you will never see any of this activate later in events. In SBR you'd see it, but in SBR you won't transform with this guy because it takes too long to transform. You have to wait until turn 5. So he's giving himself one key, which is the same as before he transformed. 180% attack, okay, I don't care about that attack, I want to see the defense. 140% defense so far. That 140% defense might be a good start to the kit, but we'll see, because I doubt that will be enough, because he's getting no defense on super either. You get the extra attack and defense plus 80% when attacking, that's good, okay. And then you get extra attack and defense when the enemy is in attack down status, and that is awful, because like I said, you will only transform late in events, and late in events you cannot lower the enemy attack most of the time, almost all of the time. So when this guy appears, straight away he gets one extra key on top of that, so he's getting 2 extra key. He's getting an extra 80% defense, and then a 70% chance to get an additional super for the first 6 turns after appearance. What that should be is a 70% chance to dodge. That's what that should be. I don't care about the additional. That should be a 70% chance to dodge. And if they were going to make it an additional, at the very least, let him raise defense on super, because this is completely useless. This additional super is doing literally 0 for you. It is doing nothing. Literally doing nothing. The extra defense is nice, but we would want an extra 70% chance to dodge and not an additional super. So this transformation, before the EZA and after the EZA, the Boo Tank's transformation for this unit is complete garbage. Complete garbage. This is where the unit gets good. In the Boo Piccolo form, the Piccolo form, whatever you want to call it, this is where he's like the best EZA in the game, damn near. Recovers 20% HP, already a decent start. Massively raises his defense on super. That's a 100% raise for one turn. That's huge. In fact, one might say it's massive. This is an excellent start already. And then attack and defense plus 140% again, combined with that so far, and the recovery. Bro, this is a very good start for this unit. And then he's giving 3 plus key. No, he's giving 3 plus key. That doesn't make sense. He's giving plus 3 key to the entire rotation, along with 40% defense to the whole rotation. That's all allies. Literally everyone on the rotation will be getting key plus 3 and defense plus 40%. But this in itself is impressive. It would not be enough, but guess what? There's more. And then he gets 50% damage reduction as the first or second attacker on the turn. Bro, this guy is literally, just this Boo Piccolo This unit here, this transformation, is like the best unit in the game, and he's got more on top of all of that. And then he just gets an extra 60% defense for free, just for free. And then he gives all allies attack plus 40% and chance of performing a crit plus 80% as the third attacker in the turn. This is useless because you would want this guy to be in the first slot or the second slot, so he's got that damage reduction. In slot 3, this unit is bad, like straight up. In slot 3, this unit is not good. It's not awful, but it's not good. But in slot 1 or 2, he's like damn near the best EZA in the game. Honestly, this transformation in itself is the best EZA in the game. But how often will you see this? Probably not that often, if I'm being honest. And therefore, overall, this EZA is not impressing me whatsoever. Except for this part of it. You recover even more HP. That's 10%. 20% at the start and 10% at the end. But this guy is the best EZA in the game. Buiklo is insanely good, but the rest of it is awful, literal garbage. I would expect more from this EZA. Like I said, get rid of these two transformations and let him consistently get this one. Already it's a lot better. But then it's not enough. Then I would say, on top of that, what you need to do is give this guy guard. And then this would be the single best EZA in the game. Get rid of these two. Keep that the exact same. Turn 5 you go into this. And then this guy, give him guard for the first 3 turns. Actually no, give him guard for the first 5 turns. And then when he goes away, you get this guy just tanking everything. Supporting, healing, just being an incredible unit. By the way, for this guy, you would want to go full additional. So if you get that additional, you get a double 100% raise of defense. But for this guy, you'd honestly just want to go dodge probably. Like, I'd go additional if it was me, but realistically you probably just want to go dodge because this guy is not impressive. For this guy, to be fair, even dodge for this guy is not awful because he's a defensive unit. So I guess, because me saying additional, I'm saying that so you have more defense, but if you go dodge, that might be even better actually now that I think about it. But either way, I'm not impressed by this EZA. It's got potential with the Bu Iklo form, with this form, but overall, I'm not impressed. Because even if you could consistently see this transformation on turn 5, I still would not be impressed. Because this guy is just that bad. But the fact of the matter is, you're not always going to see this guy on turn 5. Sometimes you're going to see this guy, and sometimes you're going to see this guy. So I'm not impressed by this unit whatsoever. This is the worst EZA of this year so far. Down there with Broly. Broly is an acceptable unit for 2022, not for 2023. 2023 has been insane for EZAs, aside from that Broly. Now, to be fair to the Buhan part of this unit, I did just watch some gameplay, and he was putting up numbers. This guy can triple super 10 million attack stats. So in one turn, he could do like 3 million attack stats, and then on the next turn, he could be guarding with like 800k defense, or close to 800k, somewhere like that. So he's got potential to be good. Worst case scenario, this guy will be at 500k defense and then he's not guarding, which is really bad, but that's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, you're at 700k plus defense and he is guarding. And to be honest, for the first 6 turns, he's got a 70% chance to guard. So what I would say is, for the first 6 turns after this guy appears, he's pretty good. After that, he's only got a 50% chance to guard, and at that point, he's bad. So this guy will be good for 6 turns. But I stand by the fact that this guy, the Bu Gotenks, is disgustingly bad. This is awful. This is by far the worst part of this unit. Aside from this part is also really bad. This is just not enough. They should have made this a turn 3 transformation and only allow you. In fact, what they should do is allow you to choose what transformation you want to go into. And if you could do that, I would always go into this one. This guy is by far the best. And to be fair, Buhan is the second best. He's decent, but realistically, if you could choose 10 times out of 10, you will go for the Bu Iklo transformation. So again, this guy's got a lot of potential to be good. For the first 5 turns, he's going to be disgustingly bad. On turn 5, if you are between 50 to 79 HP, which I would say there's a good chance you will be, you're going to get the Bu Gotenks. And if that happens, that's bad. You've lost. And you have lost. Even if you win, you have lost. This guy is disgustingly bad. He is literally the worst thing they have done this year, aside from that free-to-play Gohan. This part of this boo is really, really bad. And this beginning part is also pretty bad, if I'm being honest. These two over here are really good. The Boo Iklo specifically is insanely good. And the Boo Hard, I would give him like a 7 out of 10. I would give the Boo Iklo like a 9 out of 10, if not a 10 out of 10. And I would give the Boo Hard like a 7 out of 10. Which 7 out of 10 is a good number. Because this guy I would give like a 3 or 4 out of 10. And same for this guy. This guy is like a 9 and this guy is like a 7 in terms of how good they are. So overall, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too impressed with this unit. Let's see what difficult content they give us later in this anniversary, and then we can decide, did this guy get helped with that, or did they make him even worse? Because if the new difficult content goes on for a long time, that might help this guy. But if it's short content, then that would be a detriment to this guy, because this guy has to wait till turn 5 to actually be good. And even if you wait till turn 5, you could get a Boo Gore-Tex, in which case he's still bad. So it's tough to say how good this unit is. I'll be honest, I don't think this is a good EZA, but it's got a lot of potential. It's got a lot of potential. Specifically with the Boo Piccolo form, but also the Boo Horn form can also look very, very good. What this should be, honestly, I would like this so much more. Get rid of all this chance to guard, whatever BS this is. Get rid of all of that and just give him guaranteed guard. And then I would love this unit overall. Then I wouldn't even care that we have to wait 5 turns. Give this guy guaranteed guard. Keep this guy the same. Completely get rid of this. And let this be a turn 3 transformation. And let this guy guard for the first 3 turns. You do all of that, this guy's the best EZA in the game. But that would be a lot that they would have to do to make this guy that good. And obviously they're not going to change it now. One thing that I want to discuss is that in part 2 of the 8-year anniversary, it's possible that we do get a brand new Kid Boo LR, and if we do, that could be a good partner for this guy, that would be a buff for this guy. But even then, even if we had a good partner in the LR Kid Boo, if we even get one, I'm still not impressed because this guy by himself is not good enough. And furthermore, one other partner that he will be getting, well, potentially, is this guy. And what I mean is this guy could be getting an EZA, and then he would also be a decent partner for this unit over here. But again, I'm not impressed by this unit, so therefore it doesn't matter how good the partners are. This guy by himself does not impress me. If only we had this unit as a standalone unit. This unit as a standalone unit is damn near the best unit in the game, but combined with everything else, I'm not impressed. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then do subscribe, especially if you failed the challenge, because that is the challenge. Also, do leave a like and comment, because those things do help out with the algorithm. With that said, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in next time.